Begin. Hi there, I'm Mark Sebastian, the founder of OptionPit.com, and this is the AM Volatility Report reminder. None of this should be considered investment advice. This is for educational purposes only. Consult your financial professional. Options have risk. Well, here we are. Market's down. The S&P 500 is down. And, things look not so hot for the S&P. But what's interesting is we've got the VIX down too. All right. It's an interesting time when VIX is down and the S&P is down. Well, why is that? Well, we had such a major run-up, and we had the VIX pop after the bell. All right, so those are the two things, is that, the VIX will rally if futures sell off and the S&P doesn't, so futures sell off after the close, in terms of the S&P 500, then the VIX can read way up, even if, because the cash index isn't moving anymore, but the VIX options and VIX itself and the options still move. So that throws everything off. But if you really want to know what vol is doing, look at the July future, which is up. Small, but it is up. And then you've got some continued strength in the 29s. As you can see, the market is now fully in backwardation to flat all the way out to December, really. All right, the whole market. So there is an expectation that vol is going to be a little higher here for the time being. All right, and this tends to be a very negative outcome for the market. When we see vol backward like that, tends to be very negative for the market. All right, in terms of the market being able to rally, where things go next. And we're seeing that. Lows of the day in the S&P are around 209, I believe. And so, we're not anywhere crazy on the day. But, the market's off 1.25% after, a day where it was off almost 4%. So not quite the follow-through, although I feel like we will get some continued follow-through from here. All right? And, we've now crashed below the 200-day moving average. S&P futures are testing that 99 level, that the overnight close low from Thursday night, and my suspicion is we'll test them and close them, and we'll see where things go. But I would be less than shocked if we have another down 1 or 2% day, or a 2% plus day, because that's what the market is pricing in. The market is pricing in a VIX to have some real movement for the next few days, which could be really problematic. All right, and that's just something to be aware of. That is what the market is pricing in right now. All right, they're pricing in movement. You can see futures themselves not moving that much yet. VXY up a little bit, VXX up a little bit. But look at TLT. Holy bananas. A 2% move higher. I mean, they're now pricing in a potential rate drop for TLT. And if you're looking for a sector to trade in and you're looking at TLT, you should immediately be looking at I look at XLU as a potential spread. Only problem is some of those utilities have problems. Or XLP as a potential put sale. All right, the vol is high. These stocks are down. These are high dividend paying. All right, so I'd be looking at these big dividend guys and be saying, these low volatility big div guys, and saying, there's my play, because that's what the trade I think sets up as a put sale in July at the 52.5 or 52 strike, or August at the 52 strike. Right? Those look like really interesting sales with vol this high in XLP, because this is high for XLP. Let me be very clear. And then You can see kind of transportation. Some of the other names are a little softer. I'm not sure why some of the tech names are down so much, but you can see things just don't look great for banking. Keep an eye on Barclays, down 20% right now. Keep an eye on Deutsche Bank, down another 7%. Keep an eye on Credit Suisse, some of these big German banks, because that's where the risk is of this thing turning into a serious, serious problem. All right, and that risk does exist. Believe you me, that risk does exist. All right, folks. On the day, I would be leaning for vol to be relatively tame, but the market to be meandering lower. I'm looking for a 30-plus down day, maybe 35. I don't think we're looking at another down 80 day. Those typically don't happen back to back. And we did not wake up with any major panic today, which tells me maybe we meander lower. My guess is we at least test a break of 2,000 in the cash. All right, folks. On that note, I hope everybody has a great day and a great morning, and I will talk to you soon. If you have questions, you can email me, mark@optionpick.com, or you can call me, 888-TRADE-01. You can find out about all of our coursework, all of our great classes, and everything else. All right, folks, have a great morning.